Well, someone saw a much better movie than I did tonight.
Huh.
The new friend saw Lisa Frankenstein for the 4th time.
Oh, okay.
I would have much rather done that.
That being said, oh, the weaves we web. God damn
We're not going to bother with a spoiler warning on this one because...
this movie was crap.
You're not going to want to see it anyway. Spoilers don't matter. I have exactly 3 things to say, and then I am going to do what I did in the movie and completely check out and just let her do everything.
Which is new for this show.
So, Captain Positivity over here managed to find 3 things. 1, there was a cat. Cats are always a win. And the cat didn't die, so double win. 2, the score was actually nice. I like the soundtrack. And 3, I love the vehicular manslaughter as a go-to. Love that. Chaotic. A+ on that specific thing. And that's literally all I got. Okay. Have at it.
So, if you know, look at the name of this episode and, you know, the thumbnail, we watched Madam Web. Okay, let me repeat that, or rephrase that. I dragged her to see Madam Web because I knew what people would ask me about the comic book movie.
I could have been writing.
I mean, did you want to drop me off next time?
I wanted to drop you off tonight. My idea was I will drop you, let you see Madam Web, and I will go fucking watch my happy-ass goth movie for the 4th time. And you said no.
By the way, they have fallen in love with the Lisa Frankenstein movie since the last time we watched the movie, or we did the movie corner.
I've seen it 2 more times. I regret nothing. I would have liked to have gone to see it again tonight, but someone said no.
Alright, so I want to give this movie the benefit of the doubt.
It does not deserve it.
But it doesn't deserve it. Instead of giving each individual character their actual origin story, they force feed a backstory of, you know, Madam Web being in charge of everybody's future, which is not the case in the comics. I mean, unless you come talk about, you know, how she ends up giving Julia her powers. But not every spider person has to be connected to each other. Like, the entire concept. Like, I'm going to try my best to not compare it to the comics because that's going to be for the, you know, superhero critic episode. But, oh my god. Trying to take the comics and not compare it to the movie is extremely difficult. So I will try to review it as the movie itself. Cassie Webb is, shocker here, an orphan.
Oh my god, you mean the superhero movie has dead parents?
The number one fucking, you know, rule about being a superhero is you have to be an orphan. But as she's dying, the, you know, villain of the franchise, which, that's one of the things about comic writers that I've really come to dislike. Not every single supervillain has to have a connection to the hero. Like, the villain doesn't have to be related. They don't have to kill the parent. Shit like that. It's overdone, and
also, part of this review is going to be news to me because I dead ass fell asleep towards the end. I have no idea how this thing ended. I really don't. I woke up to fucking credits. Like,
alright, so the whole plot is, my cat is being a cat. Are you stuck, Piranha? What are you doing?
probably.
Why do you have the zoomies?
Should be filming.
And anyway, so sorry, distracted by Kitty. But Ezekiel Sims is the villain of the film. He has a much better backstory in the comics, and he basically wants to, have power, and they bring in, the spider gods that are in the comics. I can't remember the Spanish pronunciation of it.
I don't remember.
But, in the comics there's a group of spider gods that give Peruvian people spider powers and stuff like that, and that actually is from the comics. And, Cassie's mother is pregnant, trying to, find a cure to cure Cassie before she, basically she would die during birth. But when she finds the spider, Ezekiel betrays her, kills her, and, the spider people give Cassie her spider powers through a bite through her mom, which, somehow saves Cassie, but doesn't save her mom, because, that makes logical sense. And then we jump to 30 years later. Cassie starts having premonitions and, seeing the future before it happens. Tries to stop one of her co-workers from dying, but, doesn't understand what's going on with her powers, and, co-worker ends up dying. She tries to go to the funeral and then starts having flashes of Ezekiel killing the 3 girls, which, I'm sorry, Sydney Sweeney, she has so much more talent than this. And, yeah. Piranha, what the hell?
See, the cat doesn't even want to hear about the movie. It's that bad.
Zoomies. See? Look. Kitty has zoomies. Ow. Say hello to the people, Piranha.
I think he's saying someone send the SPCA.
Ow! No claws! But anyway, she starts seeing Ezekiel kill everybody and does what she can to save everyone, and then basically the whole premise is, I can use my premonition to stop Ezekiel's train, mind over brawn or whatever. It's just, the characters are boring. Like, what? I just put you down. Now you're staring at me. What? Sorry, keep getting distracted by Kitty. But Madam Web, Dakota Johnson brought no sort of emotion. In fact, what she was saying, none of the characters have any emotion whatsoever. They are so fucking stiff.
I told her that I think there must have been a sniper on set off camera instructed to shoot anybody who emoted.
Especially, the actor playing Ezekiel. Like, he's a one-note robot. And honestly, I feel like, if you notice during the movie, you'll see, I don't know if it was just, our projector. Which, by the way, We were 2 of 6 people in the theater. That was it.
And the 3 guys in front of us kept taking turns to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, one of them was constantly not in the theater. Like, at all times. There were not 3 asses in those seats for any more than a 5-minute stretch.
And I don't know if you were hearing it because, you know, you have sensory problems. But the guy who was by himself was bitching just as much as I was.
Yeah, usually I try to keep my comments to a minimum and try to whisper them so to not disturb anybody else. I did not give a fuck because no one was missing shit in this one.
Everyone was complaining. I even heard the 3 guys up front bitching too.
Yeah, that was also when I was like, I don't care because they're already, you know, hosting MST3K fucking Madam Web up there, like.
So, the problem I have with most of the characters is they are all one-note characters.
Hey, between the 3 one-dimensional girls, we get 1 3-dimensional character.
So,
just smoosh them together.
All 3, they took away any aspect of each character's personalities from the comics and then just made them standalone teenage kids, all of which who their parents just don't care about them. And, you know, one is the, you know, step kid whose mom is in a psych ward, so stepdad treats her like, or, you know, father treats her like shit, so she doesn't know if they actually love her. And then you get the rich kid whose parents are never around because they're always in another country or whatever. And then you have the one that pissed me off the most, and that was Anya, who in, you know, the comic, she becomes one of the Spider Girls. There's a really good book where Anya and Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, they work together. It's a really good book. I have it on my Audible. But they made her the typical, I'm a Spanish-speaking person and my family's been deported. Like, that's her character. Nothing more. Oh, and she's, you know, somehow, or not somehow, but she has the sciencey nerd aspect of her. Like, there's no depth to these characters. And to be honest, I didn't know who they were going into this movie, I wouldn't have been able to tell any of them apart. Like, nothing of these 3 kids sticks out for any of them.
They looked like they were auditioning to be the next Spice Girls.
Don't insult the Spice Girls.
Okay, but the one girl ripped Sporty Spice's outfit stitch by stitch. She really did.
But, like, you know, the villain is one note. I just want to have power and, you know, stop these kids from being superheroes in the future. That's it. That's it. That's his only motivation. He has nothing to his character. Cassie is just the typical, I'm the hero that I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to act like I know what's going on, and then once I have this one notion, I magically know how to do everything with my powers. Like, she goes to Peru to figure things out because she's reading her mom's notes and shit like that, which, you know, I don't understand how she even got any of that stuff. Like, was it when, and that's one of the things that bugs me too, where the people from Peru don't even, you know, keep her. They throw her in the adoption agency.
Which also made it make no sense that we would immediately get the ex machina of him knowing who her mom was, because she absolutely would have gone with the adoptive or foster parents first. Like, there's no fucking reason it would have gone straight to the birth mom records.
Right? Like, I feel like these writers did not know or did not care. And honestly, I feel like the script was thrown through AI. Like, it's a cookie cutter, seeing the future, saving people's lives story.
Well, the funny part is, if it was AI, that makes it extremely hard, read, impossible to copyright, so we could, in theory, do, fucking riff tracks on it. Yeah, fun fact, AI is not copyrightable because thanks to PETA trying to say that monkeys who stole a photographer's camera and took pictures owned the rights to said pictures a few years ago, the copyright can now only extend to something created by a human, which AI-created stuff does not count for. So,
But
I did get all that right? Miss Copyright Law?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, the film's bad. Like, I'm gonna go into a deep, full-length review later in the year. I have a Spider-Man month for Superhero Critic theme month planned out for this year, and it's just bad. I don't know why. It's just so bad. I wouldn't go see this again. Now, we have the AMC pass. We didn't pay for this.
I still want my money back. Look, can I, just send an email to AMC and be like, look, no hard feelings, just fucking take that off so I can go see Lisa Frankenstein again with my free ticket?
Stop.
No! I will not!
The movie's bad. The characters are boring. Like, it's a superhero movie without superheroes in it. Like, the whole concept of them getting their powers at the end of the movie is literally just a tease. Like, the biggest spoiler, which, by the way, the climax that she fell asleep at, she starts learning how to use her powers properly, and, uses the ambulance to jump through Times Square and fucking hit him with the ambulance before he could set the bomb off that he's got in his hand. And then, they go to this abandoned building that they were in at the beginning of the movie that's got a lot of explosives around, which, because that makes sense. And, they start letting off flares in the building to let off all these explosives and fireworks and all this other shit. They climb the building and the sign starts falling apart. She uses her powers to basically get glimpses of where everything's going to happen so that, she prevents everyone from dying constantly. And then he ends up dying because of the sign falling onto him. And like I said in the theater, which is the joke that she missed, the letter that falls on him is literally a giant P. So he got peed on. And it's such a dumb joke, but whatever. It's, me and my Hero Critic nerds.
Well, look, your dumb jokes are the only thing that made that movie even slightly bearable.
But the end of the movie, we get the, she goes blind from all the stuff that she does to save everyone in the climax. And, instead of, her disease in the comics making her blind. She gets this wheelchair at the end of the movie because she's now, apparently in a wheelchair, even though nothing at the end of the movie implied that she was injured. And then we get this small, clip of, all the, heroes in their hero attire and shit like this. Like, they don't even talk about how any of the other heroes get their powers. Like, it's nuanced to make Madam Web's now, you know, the adoptive mom of all three of these by the end of the movie, which is fucking stupid. And, you know, they throw in this nod to, you know, Mary Parker, played by Emma Roberts, which I didn't even know she was in the movie.
Emma, honey, who made you do that?
But
like,
Emma plays...
Blink twice if you need help, girl.
So, like, this movie takes place in 2003. Which would imply that, you know, Spider-Man was born in 2003 in this universe. And Mary Parker... like, you meet Mary Parker, but you never meet May Parker. And, you know, Richard Parker's not even in the picture. He's off screen because they keep talking about him going out, whatever. But, you know, Mary has Peter by the end of the movie. Why is their lives this connected? Like, they just throw these characters in to just say, hey, look, it's a Parker! It's a Parker! The movie is frustrating and it's bad. Like, I poke fun at superhero movies because I know they're all cliche, but there are just some that are terrible. I understand this franchise is not going anywhere. And I understand Sony just does these standalone Spider-Man spin-offs to cash in. Which, by the way, there's another one coming out in August.
What is?
Another Spider-Man spin-off. Fucking Kraven the Hunter. And, you know, the Venom trilogy so far has been great. I've enjoyed the Venom trilogy. Which, you know, I still need to review the second one. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Schedules. But this was just bad. Expect a full review by the end of the year. And that being said, do you have anything else?
There is a good movie you can go to see in theaters right now. And
Stop promoting Lisa Frankenstein!
I will not. Also, I'm sure there are other good movies, but this is not one of them.
Stop promoting.
Bite me. I should have expected that.
No.
But yeah, like, you have choices at the movie theaters right now. This should not be your choice. Don't do this to yourself. But definitely recommend it to that one person you hate. Like, be very genuine about it.
That being said, thank you for watching.